The 2021 rankings are in, and the city with the best public schools in America is... What is happening, everybody? This is Austin Weiss, your go-to real estate resource right here in the Chicagoland area. If you're brand new to my channel or returning, make sure you hit that subscribe button and tap that bell so you don't miss out on any of my future content. I do a ton of videos all about what it's like to work, eat, live, and play right here in the Chicago Metro. So I received a frequently asked question all the time from people as far as what's the differences between District 203 and School District 204 right here in the Naperville area. Some of the additional questions that are very similar is where should I live, which district should I live in, and which one is better than the other. So typically my answer to those people is it really depends on your commute to work. The northern end of town is going to have both train stations and quicker access to the highways. If that doesn't really matter to you and you work from home, or it's quicker for you to get to your office or work location by being in the southern end of town, then hey, by all means, go and live in those neighborhoods. The second thing I recommend to people is the housing stock is going to be different. So what type of architecture do you like? Do you like high ceilings, bigger sized rooms, 3-car garages, things like that? Because the houses on the southern end of town, the majority of the housing stock will be built 1990 or newer, whereas the central, the northern half of town, most of the housing stock will be in the 70s to 80s. If you want something built in the millennium or after and be in the central to northern half of town, you're probably going to be looking in the $700,000 price point and higher. So just keep that in mind. Whereas in the southern end of town, you can find something built brand new for a little bit less, or right around that $700,000 to $800,000 price point. The third thing that I recommend to people is what's your preference on amenities, shopping, things like that, and then go explore the neighborhoods and see what's the best fit for yourself and your family. And then last but certainly not least is which specialty programs and attention do your children need. So certain schools have certain programs as well as districts, which we will touch on in way more detail later on in this video. So today's video is going to be the highlights of both school districts here in the Naperville area and why Naperville has the #1 public schools here for a city in America. I do want to be transparent. A city is classified as any population of over 100,000. Naperville has roughly a population of about 150,000. So I'm certain I'm going to leave some details out of this video. So I'm going to link a ton of additional resources down in the description box below for you to kind of explore on your own and do additional research. But without any further delay, let's hop into this video. With two nationally recognized public school systems here in the Naperville area, the average SAT, ACT, and standardized testing scores consistently rank amongst the highest here in Illinois and the country, with the graduation rates far exceeding the national and state averages. Now, some important facts to note about school district number 203. It's actually the 39th ranked public school system here in the country and the number 7th ranked here in the state of Illinois. It services Naperville and a couple of neighborhoods in Bolingbrook and neighboring Lisle. Now the budget is just under $300 million, which divided amongst the 23 schools services nearly 17,000 students, attending 14 elementary, 5 junior highs, 2 high schools, 1 transitional school, and 1 early childhood center. Bus services transport nearly 11,000 students each and every day. And if you're like me, you have to drive around a lot for work. I constantly get stuck behind them. So if you can avoid driving in the afternoons and not get stuck behind the buses like I do consistently, I would highly recommend doing so. Now, classes go from late August until late May with an 18:1 student to teacher ratio, which is phenomenal. The graduation rate is a phenomenal 97%. Fantastic. Naperville Central High School is actually the number 23rd ranked high school in all of Illinois. Naperville North is number 29, and those flip-flop. It really depends on the teachers there for that school year and the student class that's coming through at that particular time. Now, most recently, both high schools have combined for the number 2 athletic program here in all of Illinois, which is awesome. And some notable important facts about school district number 204, or as it's more commonly known as, the Indian Prairie School District number 204, servicing the Naperville, Bolingbrook, Aurora, and Plainfield area. It's actually the number 72nd ranked public school system here in the entire country, the number 12th here in the state of Illinois. It has a budget of just under $400 million, divided amongst 33 schools, servicing 27,400 students, which attend 21 elementary, 7 junior highs, 3 enormous high schools, 1 alternative school, and 1 preschool. They have over 1,200 bus routes, which is crazy just to think about. Classes are from late August until early June. There's a 20-to-1 student-to-teacher ratio, a graduation rate of 96%, which is stellar. Neek was ranked the number 15th high school in all of Illinois. Waubonsie Valley is the number 28th, and Mattia is the number 26th. And all 3 high schools combined are the number 13th ranked for athletics here in the state of Illinois. Now, the school boundary lines between the different districts and the schools within those districts are a little wonky, so if you ever need any help, you're always welcome to reach out by phone, text, email, days, nights, weekends. Or you can watch my vlog series all about the Naperville neighborhoods, which you can watch right here. I break down the schools, the price points, the neighborhoods, the area amenities, the parks, and everything else that you need to know when making a move here to Naperville. Now, because of the district's enormous budgets, there really is no difference between their financial ability, programs, and resources. So both districts 203 and 204 have some fantastic specialty programs, including their dual language program. So if you want your little one to learn various subjects in a different language, you can sign them up for that program, as well as an ELL program, which stands for English Language Learners. So if you speak a different language primarily at home, you can sign them up for that program so that they can learn English in various subjects and get caught up. Not only that, there are some fantastic summer school programs, as well as various e-learning subjects that you can take over various breaks, such as winter and summer break. And then there's special education with extended school year services, as well as at the high school level, Special Olympics. Now let's touch a little bit on the academically talented programs, such as Accelerated Placement, Honors Math, and Project Idea, also known as PI, for your reading and writing at the elementary and junior high levels. There's high school honors math, as well as AP courses if your children want to earn some college credit. If you want to know more specifics about the curriculum and any specialty programs, I'll put some additional information in the link below. Now, both school districts have physical education, or PE, built into the curriculum. At the elementary school level, they go 2 times per week in gym class, along with recess, and then junior highs and high schools, it's mandatory each and every single day. Also at the elementary school level, art and music are mandatory in the curriculum. Now for health services, vision and hearing screening is provided along with other services depending on your children's needs. Going off of specialty programs, extracurriculars are super popular here in the Naperville School District area between sports, music, performing arts, theater, and of course various different clubs. Now your son or daughter should not have any troubles getting involved with something outside of the classroom that interests them. All the way from the elementary school level through high school, in both school districts there are plenty of extracurriculars to do. Now, sports begin in the 7th grade and go all the way up through the senior year of high school. And each and every year, various programs at each of the high schools compete for state championships. And it's quite common for several student athletes to earn scholarships to play at the collegiate level. And Naperville is actually known for having quite a few athletes go on to play professionally and coach professional sports around the country and the world. Some cool facts I wanted to share with everybody about the 5 high schools amongst District 203 and 204. Mattia Valley is actually the newest of the 5. They opened in fall of 2009. Waubonsie Valley has its own planetarium with star projector, and actually back in 2009 as well, NASA picked them amongst one of several schools across the country to unveil the Pinwheel Galaxy. Kind of cool. Now, 3 high schools in District 204 are actually Grant Me Signature Gold schools, and Neuqua Valley has actually won the top award twice, most recently back in 2013, with Mattia Valley being the most recent of the 3 schools to win the award back in 2016. Now, Naperville Central has its own mummy in an enclosed glass case called Little Cleo. It used to creep the heck out of my fiance, and it was gifted to the school back in the 1940s and is actually featured on National Geographic's show called Mummy Roadshow. So if you're really curious, you can go check that out on your own time. Naperville North High School, my alma mater, is actually well known for its math team, and they've actually won the Illinois State Championship 18 times. Absolutely incredible. Neuqua Valley has such a large student body population that they've actually converted next to the main campus, a junior high, into a freshman campus. So actually in the main building, they only have sophomores, juniors, and seniors. And Naperville Central is also very well known for having a very competitive speech team, and they win often as well. Now, what would a video be if I didn't touch on the teachers and diversity, inclusion, and equity efforts here in Districts 203 and 204? So let's touch on the teachers real quick. 68% of the District 204 teachers have master's degree, and they have a 91.5% retention rate. In District 203, it's 66% of the teachers hold master's degree with an 89% retention rate. I think that kind of speaks for itself why the graduation rates, the test scores, and there's so much involvement with the extracurriculars here in both school districts, because it all comes back to the teachers to make it fun, educational, entertaining for all of our children to get involved and do well with their academics, and it really comes back to them to make it awesome for everybody. Now, as far as diversity, inclusion, and equity efforts, both districts have their own programs where they review, they do bias trainings, they review curriculum, and they both hold programs each and every year that promote inclusion, which is awesome. I totally support that. If you have any additional questions about either of the school districts, making a move anywhere in the Naperville area or Naperville in general, I'm always available by phone, text, email, days, nights, weekends, and I would love for the opportunity to have a conversation with you. But until next time, I'll catch you guys later. As well as honors math and project idea known as PI for exemplary.